Infusing music, connecting people, making a difference. This is Jazz in the Spirit with Richard DeBrew Jr. Well, hello everybody. It is so great to see you again. This is Richard DeBrew Jr., gospel jazz saxophonist, pianist, and songwriter, and I love this music. So listen, last week I gave a special shout out to my son for his birthday, but today I gotta give a shout out to my dad, the original Mr. Richard DeBrew. Today is his birthday, and I'm so proud to not only share his name, but to have been able to give it to my son. So happy birthday, Daddy. And you know, it's great. This is just like a special bond that the three of us share. I don't know if there's going to be a fourth somewhere down the road. I'm not rushing him at all. But it's just really fun. And so I want to wish Daddy happy birthday, and of course Richard last week. So last week I mentioned to you that Power of One Radio has been playing my songs in their entirety, the whole album, since I guess maybe a couple of months now, and it's awesome. But I just want to give a shout out to them as well. So definitely check them out. powerofoneradio.com. There you go. And it's 24-hour gospel, all the same stuff that you hear on every other radio station, you know, kind of curated specifically. But it's commercial free, it's round the clock, and then you get to hear my stuff too, which I really appreciate. So Spirit of Excellence, LLC, thank you so much. Dr. Jawanda, Iris, thank you all. And also, of course, one for the home team here in Richmond, Brother Randy Johnson, who is an announcer, a longtime veteran announcer at Rejoice Richmond 101.3. We thank him, 101.3 FM. We thank him so much for continuing to play my songs like Look and Live. He played Joy to the World during the Christmas season, but he's literally got them in rotation every day. And that's a brick and mortar station as well as online. So I really thank you, Brother Randy, for that. Finally, it has been 2 years since I've been there, but for all you Richmond folks and who are in the greater Richmond area, I will be performing live and in person a solo saxophone performance, similar to what I did on my little Vibin broadcast maybe last 2 Saturdays ago in February. And it's just going to be mostly music. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. Just want y'all to get into the vibe. But I'm going to be at the Wing Command Restaurant, which is 10825 Hull Street, right there in, Midlothian area. So I'll be there next Saturday, March 12th from 8:30 to 11 p.m. And I hope that y'all can join me in person. There may be a little cover or something, but it won't be much. So if you're in the area, come on through. We would love to see you. So having said all that, happy Women's History Month. Woo! Yeah, it's awesome. Well, the truth is, guys, every month is really Women's History Month. We all know that. But we call special attention to it this month because we know that that's the least we could do. So for the month of March, I will be spotlighting the dynamic and talented Miss Paula Ralph Birkett, who's a powerhouse vocalist. She's a poet. She's a spoken word artist and a bunch of other stuff. And if you happen to remember the name Birkett, you should. And it's with good reason, because she is also the wife of our February spotlighted artist, Mr. Tyrone Birkett. And together, the two of them, they are an incredible duo. So let's welcome my special guest for the month of March. Let's say hello to Miss Paula Ralph Birkett. Woo!
Gosh. Hello.
There she is, y'all. Oh, man.
What's going on?
Paula, we're so psyched to have you here. Just say hi to everybody.
Hey, good people. How y'all doing? So glad to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to your audience and to give some love. I appreciate it.
It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for being here. And look at there. It just so happens that there's somebody, the first person who came on just happens to be Mr. Tyrone Burkett. What's up, dude? I'm telling you. Yeah. We love it. We love it. So, Paula, I want you to just kind of tell us I guess, in general terms, about your musical journey and just how you came to fuse gospel and jazz. Just let
Yeah,
people know a little something.
sure, sure. So I started out, my training is musical theater. I started out in musical theater doing uh, summer stock and that stuff on Long Island and New Jersey. And I did some work with some gospel choirs and ensembles in overseas. Um, and I actually did some quartet work. I worked for many years with the Robinson Wonders, a wonderful family out of Wyandanch, Long Island.
All right.
And I sang in multiple gospel choirs, St. Paul Community Baptist Church, uh, and some, choirs out in Long Island. But yeah, so in one of the choirs that I sang in, the musical director suggested that I audition for this band, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And lo and behold, it was the Tyrone Burkett. It was just the Tyrone
Oh,
Burkett
no.
group at the time, right? And I did not get it. I did not get the gig, but right? I was like, what's up with that? But no, I was just, really just trying to become a singer. And we became really good friends. And a couple of years had passed between us seeing each other again. But I auditioned for the band again, and I got it. And so that was it. And so the really interesting thing is I had been writing music off and on before that,
Hmm.
before I met with Tyrone.
Hmm.
But since meeting him and since working with him, my uh, musicality has expanded so much because he writes such complex non-functional harmony songs. And I actually wanted to spotlight one of them. One of them is called Strength. And I could talk about it if you hear just the
Hmm.
first verse and
Cool.
first chorus. That would be great.
All right. Here we
Great.
go.
And the voice in my head says I just can't make it. Words of sorrow, full of fear. Give it up, let it go. But I remember all the battles I was supposed to lose. But I won them and I'm winning and I'll win again. Not to say that all is alright, there is always something.
Yeah.
There are times I have to learn, take one day at a time. Frantic panic pressing on me, I will not give in. By his word and by his power,
Yeah.
I will rise again. I am stronger, knowing I overcome. I'm rejoicing, knowing that I win. I am stronger, knowing I overcome. I'm rejoicing, knowing that I win.
Yes. Woo!
You
Lord
guys
have
have to listen
mercy.
to the rest of that to hear Tyrone solo. I mean, for real. You need to go back and hit Tyrone Burkett because that solo was awesome.
I
But
know it. Hmm.
yeah, I started. It's funny, working with Tyrone again. His writing is sometimes and usually from a non-functional harmony. So it's important for me to understand where the melody sits in the harmony, so I can hear where the melody is. because it's not easy. It's not easy music. It's not, but it's definitely a
I know
masterclass.
that's right.
Um, which iron sharpens iron. So I'm like, yeah, okay, we could do it. Let's try it, bro. So, so yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
the interesting thing with that is, um, you know, listening to his music, it made me actually want to write music, right? And it's funny. I remember a couple of years, not a couple of years, about 5, 6, 7 years back, we were working on his this recent album, and his most recent album. And I was like, yeah, you should have backgrounds here, and you should have, you should write a chorus in here. And he was like, you should start writing your own music. And I was like, what? What? I have to write my own music. He's like, yeah, you should
I
probably
got
start.
this already. Just
That's
get your own
right,
song.
start writing my music. But he was right because I had all these ideas just brewing inside of me. And I am so blessed to have a husband who was like, no, you go and find your own road because you have something to say from your experience with God. And, he backs me all the time. And so I wrote this, a couple of tunes, but my most recent tune is Something Better. So we
Yes.
can, so we can listen to a little bit
Yes.
of that.
All right. So let me see here. I want to make sure that I'm getting this right. So the what I'm hearing is that you have your own voice and he's got his own voice, and y'all, you intersect, but it's you have your own distinct identities, which is a
And
beautiful thing.
and
Hmm.
that's the idea of marriage as well as the Trinity. They have their own distinct personalities, their own distinct purpose, but
Hmm.
they when together there is strength and power and change. And
Hmm.
that's what the body of Christ is supposed to do, is bring together, um, bring your individual power together so that you can be stronger as one
Sweet.
unit. Yeah.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. All right, so here we go. This is Something Better. And it
Yep.
really is a nice tune, y'all.
Gotta be something better than this. Just gotta be something. There's gotta be something better than this. Just gotta be something. There's gotta be something better than this life. There's gotta get something better than this. Waiting for change. Life's gotten dusty 'cause she settled for safe. But what she left on the shelf, dreams to change the world. She needs courage to hold them again, knowing life is worth the risk. Gotta be something better. There's gotta be something better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This life, something better than it.
Oops.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank
That's
you. Thank
okay. Go
you, Rich.
ahead. Hmm.
Yeah. So you heard the first part of the first verse was, she had dreams to change the world. And it's interesting because for so long I had hidden those things because my
Mm.
idea of, you know, partnership was from what my parents had done.
Hmm.
Um, but true partnership is two chords, a three chord strand cannot be
Hmm.
broken. But yeah, I wrote Something Better because I really believe everybody has something inside of them to give and contribute that's good and wholesome and just so unique to them. I write specifically for women and small businesses because usually because I know what it's like to be a woman and a small business and how
Hmm.
difficult that could be. But it's funny, I say my music is not necessarily Sunday morning, but it certainly is Sunday afternoon. So
Yeah,
so if you want to,
you can say that again.
um, keep a positive vibe and keep joy in your house, that's what my music does. Yeah.
Sweet. Hmm. Now, did you want to do that last little part?
Yeah. I wanted to show how,
Hmm.
it's interesting. I grew up on R&B, right? So I grew
Hmm.
up on Luther Vandross, Phil Simon. I grew up on all that.
Hey.
All right. So, so it's interesting. I like what Snarky Puppy says. They said they make enough music. They make music so it shakes your rump, but it also has it also has very complex chords in it. It's interesting, and um, underneath the music is saying something. But in my music, although the underneath the music is saying something, I want my lyrics to be saying, Christian principles. So that's why I believe my music can hit secularly as well as non-secularly, because it has a message for the human spirit, which is straight up love. But you will definitely hear it in the bridge of the chorus, in the bridge of the song, something better. So we can hit that, and then I'll come back and talk to you
All
about that.
right.
Yeah, here's a bridge.
Dreams deferred make the heart sing. It's like dust from a life lived. It's not what you get, but what you give. To light the spark and then the flames to change the world, to change the world. To change the world. I know there's gotta be something better than this, better than fearing and doubting, not believing. There is something better, 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 better.
Yeah,
There's gotta be
that's
something
it.
All right.
Great. Yeah.
Sing, Paula.
Thank you, brother. The bridge, dreams deferred makes the heart sick. And I really believe each and every one of us. It's funny, I was listening to something online on YouTube. I binge watch YouTube a little too much, but this was helpful, right? So I was watching Nicole C., who is a gospel
My
artist as
bad.
well. It's okay.
Go ahead.
Who's a gospel artist as well. And she was talking about how she sort of hid her dreams for a long time. And she didn't believe that her dreams would please God, right? But the funny thing about dreams is that we have to understand that even though there are things that are not right within us, that those dreams can be used for the betterment of humanity, the betterment of, and that's what I believe. That's what I believe when we say we want to hide the dreams. I'm trying to be eloquent. What I'm trying to say is your dreams are worth you pursuing them. That's really it. Your dreams are worth the pursuit. And sometimes we think that, oh, it's not going to please God, but you don't know if you don't even take the risk to try and find out. So the chorus is, life is worth the risk. And what I'm really talking about is faith. It's faith to step out and try your dream. Let's see what happens. Maybe it's not going to work, but something else will happen. And that's really my whole MO. I really want to, because I know what that feels like to not really step out on your dreams. But yeah, so that's what something better is about, is to find your better for yourself.
That is awesome. So thank you guys so much for listening. And I've seen the comments; those little hearts are lighting up, man. People are just like, "Woo! I love your song." And I do too. So I'm gonna shift over to, I guess, the second half of this and kind of talk about our topic a little bit here.
Yep.
So each time we have a topic. Today we're going to talk about having a vision. So it's not always easy to see what's not there yet. But Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So faith and vision and all those kinds of things are basically believing what's not even here yet. And so, Paula, I want you to I'm just going to turn you loose a little bit. I want you to talk about this new and exciting concept that you got and let people know about it.
Right. Yeah. So all of my music comes from the thought of perception to decisions. How you see yourself is how you will be yourself. There's a adage that you can never go higher than your thoughts, but I like to take it further to say you can never go higher than your thoughts about yourself. Because as much as you can say, I think it'd be great if this person did this, we're always able to give something, especially people who are who are empathetic are always giving to other people, right? They say, "Oh, let me encourage you." When you have to sometimes give that encouragement to yourself, right? It's like give the oxygen to yourself before you can save someone else. Um, and faith is that oxygen, right? To stepping out is that oxygen, so that when you, it's funny, just in this past couple of months, I've definitely seen if you don't um, if you don't understand how precious your gift is, then your whole network has suffered, right? Your family, your friends. If you don't realize yourself, your world, your sphere of influence has suffered because your star is not shining as bright as it could. So, and faith is that conduit to shine bright. Seriously, it really is. So the idea of perception to decisions, I
Yes.
write poetry, spoken word, original music, and monologues around this idea, as if it's personal or if it's professional, because I usually speak in front of women's conferences and women's events as well as small business events.
Nice.
And so I take this idea. I like we talked yesterday. Jesus spoke in parables, and so this is like parable on 10,000 is I try
Come
and
on
get it
now.
from every angle. Right? So I try and get people to understand the concept of their preciousness, of their uniqueness, and how much the world needs to see them shine. Me shining is helping them shine. So I go again. I go to conferences. I go to events, and I put on these talks. I create a character because, again, my background is musical theater. So I create these talks. I create these characters, and we talk about what the character is doing, and I back it up with music and spoken word. And there's definitely jazz in there because, again, that's one of the things that I have attached to my put in my toolbox because I work with Tyrone Burkett. So yeah.
Oh, yes. And he's worked with you.
Yes, he has. He
Come
actually,
on now.
yes, he is the producer of most of my work, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I see your influence on him too. Amen.
20 years, bro.
That
It's
is
20
great.
years. We should be,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So now you've actually done some. We were talking to him last month about the whole doing grants and getting funded. You've done some of that too, huh?
Sure has. And like I said yesterday, the blessing stays in the house because
Amen, somebody.
that's right. When Tyrone got his first grant, he was like, you should try this. And I was like, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have a good enough concept. And he was like, you should try. And I tried and I got one. I was like, oh, I could do this. Right. I said, I could do this.
Yeah.
So I got one in the Bronx and one in Manhattan, in New York City in general. And, it's a wonderful way to support your own music. I think it's important to have a fan base who supports your music, because the whole reason why I would do music, the whole reason why I do music is I want to give what I have to the world, right? And sometimes it's difficult to get it out there. You don't have the right marketing, you don't have the right, but grants offer a way to support your music, and gives you the freedom to say what you want to say, right? So whoever is considering grants, please try. And if you don't get it the first time, you will learn. And that's the one thing I try and really instill in folks, instill in myself still, is you will either win or you will learn. You will not fail. You will win or you will learn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little jewel you just dropped right there. You will win or you will learn.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to be like a song for y'all or something.
Hey,
I could almost hear that. Yeah.
hey,
You heard it first, right? The germination of a new creative idea right here.
There you
That's
go.
the fusion that happens, when you put different things together. So listen, we have the time goes by super fast, but we've been talking about fusing music. We've been obviously connecting people. This music she's talking about, how it's brought together folks from different walks of life that have she's been able to speak to at these conferences, and it hits everybody. And of course, that's how we're making a difference and making an impact. So Paula, let people know how they can find you.
Yes, absolutely. So you could find me at singpaula.com. That's SINGPAULA.com. I'm also on Instagram at Paula Ralph Birkett. I'm on Facebook at Sing Paula. And that's really the only two big social platforms that I'm on. It's cold in here. That's I'm like, oh, I was like, why am I talking off? I'm looking at the joint. So
That's right.
yeah, no, right. So, but you can find me at singpaula.com. And I'd love to hear from you. We have some new music coming out, both Tyrone and myself.
Hey.
So definitely keep in touch. Get on the email list. We love to connect with you and help you shine your light.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna say, when y'all type that, you gotta say it too. You gotta say singpaula.com.
That's why I got it, because that's what Tyrone was saying. Sing Paula.
As well, he should. That's what I was doing. I was listening. You gotta be something. You gotta be something. I was feeling that. And I was saying this to her before that, and this is sort of like my little selfish enjoyment from seeing all these friends and wonderful artists to share their unique style within this kind of overarching umbrella. It's a lot of fun for me just hearing the music. So I spotlight y'all because I want you all to to go out there. I want to introduce people to you. I want to kind of get a growing, kind of network of folks that really are into this music. But honestly, I like it. I just enjoy the music. So each week it's like, oh yeah. So I just appreciate you. And
we appreciate you. Are you kidding me, bro? We definitely appreciate you. Seriously.
Thank you so much. So we're getting ready to get out of here, folks. I'm trying to keep my time to the time that I said, but definitely check out singpaula.com and all of her social platforms. And of course, I want you to also check out all the Jazz and Spirit stuff so that you know how to find us, and you can find all those other folks. We'll put links, all of these live things that will be on. Again, you can binge watch from later on, and we can go ahead and do that. So let me see. We got about a minute and a half. I'm gonna just give them just a little more taste of this before we get up out of here, and then I'll do my little theme song. So, all right. So let's see what we got here. Here we go. Oops. Where is it? That is so catchy. Oops. Hit the buttons. I'll get excited. I'm sorry. Hold on.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
There it is.
It is better than this. Let it die, let it die. Why play it safe? Why play it safe? Dreams you try to hide are dying inside. Life wants to give something better, something better, something better, something better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard.
Sang Paula. Somebody just put it in the comments. They were like, "Sang Paula." So see, you already got somebody catching on to it. So that's awesome.
There we go.
But just remember, when you put it in the comments, when you put it in the website, you got to say "sing." So you got to SING. Spell it that way, but you can still say "sang." So anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Cool. Next week, same thing. We're gonna be talking about some new stuff, and we're gonna hear some more from the wonderful and talented powerhouse vocalist, poet, and everything else, Miss Paula Ralph Birkett. Woo!
Oh, gosh. Thank you, Richard.
It's my pleasure. All right, y'all. See you next time.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Yay. Fusing music, connecting people, making a difference. This is Jazz in the Spirit. Richard DeBrew Jr. All right. Good night, everybody. God bless y'all.